Right guys, so I've removed the pump, gave it a bit of a pressure wash, and now I've dismantled the first half. Now I'm going to open this up and see what the veins look like. Hydraulic pumps have impellers called vanes. It's a vane type pump, so there's a gear type or worm type, and then there's vane pumps. Yeah, that's it. Oh, look at the scoring on that. No wonder it couldn't build up pressure. Look at that, it's pretty much gone. Yep. So a lot of people, they get afraid when they dismantle pumps like this because they don't know how to put it back together. But luckily for me, I know it like the back of my hand. Yeah, so the oil is pulled in through these ports and then spun around with the vanes and pressurized. But there's a lot of scoring, so it's pretty much gone. I have another pump here that I dismantled last time. The new shaft. This is the new shaft. The other shaft's pretty gone. The splines. This is a new shaft with a new bearing. That's what the spline should look like compared to that. Yeah. And this is the other pump. These things weigh a ton. Alright, so I've dismantled this other pump. Now we'll take apart this pump housing and see if it has significant damage or it'll be good. Oh, this one is kind of okay compared to the other one. So this is the spare that I had. It has a bit of scoring, but compared to the one off the boat, it's got a bit of scoring, but I think it might work. I think I'll just replace this whole assembly. Have to check the bottom of that. It looks cleaner. Compare the veins. It looks way better. 11.1. Guys, we have another boat over here that we don't use. Have a look if the spare hydraulic pump is salvageable. It should be the same. I'm going to remove that pump now. So I've removed the mounting bolts and the inlet hose, the hydraulic pressure hose. Now let's remove the pump. I've assembled the first bit of the pump. My boss went to the parts shop to go and get a whole unit, but unfortunately he brought the wrong part. Well, the guys at the parts shop, yeah, thank God I'm not a parts guy. Yeah, they gave the wrong part. So this is a double pump, a double hydraulic pump, and this is a single. This is a double. It has the same part number inside, but the only thing is the shaft is small here. For the double, the shaft is bigger. Single, it's smaller. So that was the wrong type, the wrong part that they gave. So what I did, I just managed to get parts from these two pumps and see which part is the best, and I've assembled it. So I've assembled the first bit, the starboard part for the mixer, starboard side. So that one's done. Now I've got to remove this shaft to install this brand new shaft. I'm trying to take out this clip right in here. I don't know if you guys know, but these stuff taking out, they tend to take off to the moon. And if you don't have the right tools, it's a real hassle. You have to jimmy it out with a screwdriver and long nose pliers or something like that. Well, I'm trying to do that now. It's been about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's still fucking with me. So try and see if I can get it off. I finally managed to remove this circlip. Let's remove this shaft. All you got to do is just usually press it out with a press, but since I don't have a press, just tap it out. Comes out easy. And this oil seal, it's still soft, so seems like it'll do. So let's just get that in there. You need a press this bearing goes in quite easily. So I just tap it with this ball peen hammer with a handle. It should go in easily. When you're installing bearings, it's always good to use a hydraulic press, but one thing you don't want to do if you're going to hammer it in, you never hammer the center of the bearings. You'll always want to hit the bearing raise. Try to do it as soft as possible. And this is hardened steel. It won't chip or anything. If you just give it a few little taps, it should go in perfectly. Just hit the bearing raise, not the inner part. And I can take something like this extension, tap around the bearing raise. Ideally, you will want to use a brass hammer, but don't need to worry so much about it because these bearings are very high carbon steel, so very strong, super rigid, super strong. You won't damage it even with a ball peen hammer, in my opinion. But there are other people that will tell otherwise. A lot of certain internet engineers. Next, I want to remove this bit, and I want to check the inside this vane pump. Let's just dismantle just a bit, just the top. Remove these two bolts, these Phillips. Look at the difference in the shaft. Really big difference. Look at that, huge difference. It's all chewed up. Wish the part shop was a lot closer. Well, I just gotta make do with what I have. Beggars can't be choosers, eh? Oh shit, it's loose. I hope it's not broken. Okay, and the moment of truth. Let's flip it over to see. Oh man, this one is worse than I thought. Also, these pumps are American pumps, Denison hydraulics. So the bolts are imperial, and in Japan, most Japanese tools are metric. So that's why I can't use my ratchet and what do you call this? Hex sockets. So I had to grind this metric Japanese Allen key so that it'll fit. Okay, hopefully this one is good. Much better, way better. Just chilling this out. This one's way better. We're gonna be using it much better. Really different. Put some hydraulic oil in this vane pump impeller. And let's assemble it. Let's see, this part goes here. Now we flip it over and get these. Oh shit. Let's flip this over. Tightening these screws, and then we'll install the unit inside the pump housing and tighten up all the bolts, and then we should hook it up to the ship. Now before that, I gotta make sure that oh that's right, I forgot about that. I need to push the bearing in more so that I can install the circlip. That's the most important thing right now. I gotta do that now before I forget, and I put everything back together. Then I remember that I didn't fit the circlip. You'll notice when you hit it, the sound is different. There's a change in sound. Let's install this devil circlip. I'm using my long nose pliers because the company doesn't have circlip pliers. I have circlip pliers at home, but I didn't bring. I should have brought it today so that I can install specifically this circlip. Yes! Almost, yes! Now, once the circlip is inserted, you want to move it and see if it moves. If it moves around like that, that means you've done a good job. The install was successful. If it doesn't move, that means the bearing hasn't seated nicely, flush, and you'll need to push it down more. And the circlip won't move, it'll be tight. Now we insert this, just close up the bolts. Alright, so I don't know where the video is recording up to, but now I gotta install this Do. You got a friend in me. So you got a friend in me. When the road is rough ahead and you're mounting from your nice warm bed, now just remember what your old pal said. You got a friend in me. Alright, so now I just collect the tools and then time to install the pump. Just a one hand. Okay. Eh? Hi. All right. Let's install this pump. Oh, shit. Thought it wasn't gonna fit for a second. Okay, second bolt in.
뭐 아이폰 같더라네.
Hi. Hi. Okay guys, so I found the problem. This rotor here, I installed it the other way around. So what happened, it wasn't catching onto the shaft, wasn't rotating it, and I broke this small bolts, so I gotta change that. Yep. You can see this plane, I fitted it the right way this time. Okay guys, so finished tightening up the bolt, connected the hose. I just left the hose a bit loose so that when we start it up, bleed the air from the system. Alright guys, so I figured out the problem. Inside the impeller, it was flipped the other way around. So I flipped it around and tested it out, and it works. So let me give you a demonstration. Flip the main switch. Turn on the switches. Turn on the hydraulics. Good oil flow. Now let's test out the mixers, the mincer. So yesterday when I tested it, only this side was working. side didn't work. It was going slowly. So moment of truth, guys. All right, she's going. Yes, I did it. Woo, such a relief. Turn off hydraulics. Close the hatch. Finally did it. It's a big relief. But I did it yesterday, so didn't record my phone. The battery died, so I'm glad it's done. Catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.